The 1996 Elizabeth II penny is one of the most recognized decimal coins of the United Kingdom. It was issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose portrait appeared on British circulating coins for more than 7 decades. The inscription, Elizabeth IIDGREGFD, is an abbreviation of the Latin phrase Elizabeth II, Dei Gratia Regina, Fidei Defensor, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This traditional royal inscription has appeared on British coinage for centuries and reflects the historical and constitutional role of the British monarch. The 1996 one penny was struck by the Royal Mint as part of the United Kingdom's decimal currency system, introduced in 1971. The coin has a face value of 1 penny, 0.01 pound sterling, and was produced primarily for everyday circulation. Millions of these coins entered circulation throughout England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, making them a familiar part of daily life during the 1990s. The obverse of the coin features the 4th portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Raphael Makhlouf. The Queen is shown wearing the George IV state diadem, with her portrait facing right. Around the portrait appears the inscription, Elizabeth IIDGREGFD. This portrait was used on British circulating coins from 1985 to 1997, making the 1996 penny one of the final issues to feature this design before a new portrait replaced it in 1998. The reverse displays the famous crowned portcullis with chains, a historic symbol associated with the Palace of Westminster and the British Parliament. The design was created by Christopher Ironside, the artist responsible for the original decimal coinage introduced in 1971. The denomination, 1 penny, appears above the design, while the year 1996 is shown below. The coin is composed of bronze, consisting of approximately 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin. It weighs 3.56 grams, has a diameter of 20.32 millimeters, and a thickness of approximately 1.65 millimeters. The edge is plain, smooth, rather than reeded. The Royal Mint produced a very large number of 1996 one-penny coins because they were intended for everyday transactions. As a result, circulated examples remain common today and are frequently found in old coin collections, coin jars, and inherited accumulations. Because of their high mintage, most circulated coins are worth only a small premium over face value. For collectors, the value depends greatly on the coin's condition. A circulated 1996 penny is usually worth 1 pence to 30 pence, while an attractive uncirculated example may sell for £1 to £5. Brilliant uncirculated coins from official Royal Mint sets often command higher prices, especially if they retain their original mint luster. Proof versions struck for collectors may be worth more depending on quality and packaging. The 1996 one penny is not generally considered a rare coin. However, collectors always examine coins carefully for unusual minting errors such as off-center strikes, double strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or rotated dies. Genuine mint errors are uncommon and can be significantly more valuable than ordinary circulation coins. The bronze composition gives the coin its characteristic reddish-brown color when freshly minted. Over time, exposure to air and handling causes bronze coins to develop darker brown tones or natural patina. Many collectors appreciate original, untouched surfaces because they demonstrate authenticity and long-term preservation. This coin represents an important period in British numismatic history. It belongs to the final years of the bronze penny series before the Royal Mint changed the composition to copper-plated steel in 1992 for new production, though bronze pennies like the 1996 issue continued within the earlier composition specifications for this date. It also represents the closing years of Raphael Makhlouf's portrait before the introduction of Ian Rank Broadley's portrait in 1998. Today, the 1996 Elizabeth II penny remains a popular collectible for those building date sets of British decimal coinage. While it is not rare, it is admired for its classic design, its connection to Queen Elizabeth II's long reign, and its historical role in everyday British commerce. Preserved in high grades or found with genuine mint errors, it can become an attractive addition to a United Kingdom coin collection and serves as a lasting reminder of Britain's modern decimal currency system. The 1991 penny of the United Kingdom is a historic decimal coin issued during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. It was produced by the Royal Mint and circulated throughout the United Kingdom for everyday transactions. The inscription, Elizabeth IIDGREGFD, appears on the obverse of the coin and is an abbreviation of the Latin phrase Elizabeth II, Dei Gratia Regina Fidei Defensor, which translates to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This traditional inscription has appeared on British coinage for centuries and symbolizes the constitutional role of the British monarch. The 1991 penny belongs to the decimal coinage system introduced in 1971 and remains a popular coin among collectors because it represents the later years of Queen Elizabeth II's fourth coin portrait. The obverse of the 1991 penny features the fourth official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by the British sculptor Raphael Makhlouf. In this portrait, the Queen faces to the right while wearing the George IV state diadem, a famous crown worn during the state opening of Parliament and other important royal ceremonies. Around the portrait is the inscription, Elizabeth IIDGREGFD. Raphael Makhlouf's portrait was introduced in 1985 and remained in use until 1997, making the 1991 penny one of the coins struck during this important period of British numismatic history. The portrait is admired for its elegant and formal appearance, reflecting Queen Elizabeth II during the middle years of her historic reign. The reverse of the coin displays the traditional crowned portcullis with chains, designed by Christopher Ironside, who created many of the original decimal coin designs introduced in 1971. The portcullis is an ancient symbol associated with the British Parliament and the Palace of Westminster. Above the design appears the denomination 1 penny, while the date 1990 is struck below. The reverse design remained unchanged for many years, making it one of the most recognizable images on modern British coinage. The 1991 penny was struck in bronze, the standard metal used for British pennies before the introduction of copper-plated steel coins in the early 1990s. The coin has a weight of approximately 3.56 grams, a diameter of 20.32 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.65 millimeters, and a plain, smooth edge. Its bronze alloy consists primarily of 97% copper, 2.5% zinc, and 0.5% tin, giving the coin its distinctive reddish-brown color when newly minted. As bronze coins age, they naturally develop darker shades of brown or a rich patina, which many collectors appreciate as a sign of originality. Millions of 1991 penny coins were struck for circulation because pennies were essential for everyday shopping, public transport, postage, and cash transactions across the United Kingdom. The Royal Mint produced these coins in large numbers to meet public demand, making the 1990 issue common even today. Many examples can still be found in old collections, money boxes, inherited coin accumulations, and dealer stock. Because of the high mintage, most circulated examples are not considered rare. The value of a 1991 penny depends almost entirely on its condition. A heavily circulated example is generally worth only its face value or a small collector premium, often between 1 pence and 30 pence. Coins in very fine or extremely fine condition may bring slightly higher prices, while brilliant uncirculated examples with original mint luster can sell for £1 to £5 or more. Official brilliant uncirculated and proof coins issued in Royal Mint annual sets, are usually worth more because they were specially produced for collectors using higher quality manufacturing techniques. Collectors carefully inspect 1991 penny coins for minting errors and unusual varieties. Although ordinary circulation coins are common, genuine mint errors can be scarce and valuable. Examples include off-center strikes, double strikes, clip planchets, die cracks, die clashes, broad strikes, rotated dies, and other striking anomalies. Coins with authenticated mint errors often command much higher prices than normal examples because of their rarity and collector demand. Coin grading plays a significant role in determining value. A coin graded poor or fair will show heavy wear, while fine and very fine examples retain more details in the Queen's portrait and the crown portcullis. Extremely fine coins display only slight wear, and uncirculated coins retain their original mint surfaces with no evidence of circulation. Professional grading services can certify exceptionally well-preserved examples, increasing buyer confidence and market value. The 1991 penny is historically significant because it was issued during a period of economic and political change in the United Kingdom. Queen Elizabeth II had already reigned for nearly 4 decades, and British decimal coinage had become fully established following decimalization in 1971. The coin, therefore, represents an important era in modern British history and everyday commerce. For many people, it evokes memories of shopping, school, public transport, and daily life during the late 20th century. Today, the Elizabeth II DG FD1 penny 1990 remains a popular and affordable collectible for beginners and experienced numismatists alike. Although it is not a rare circulation coin, it is valued for its attractive design, historical importance, and connection to the exceptionally long reign of Queen Elizabeth II. High-grade examples, official collector editions, and genuine Mintarer coins are especially sought after. As part of a complete British decimal coin collection, the 1991 penny serves as a lasting reminder of the Royal Mint's craftsmanship, Britain's rich monetary history, and the enduring legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. The 1994 one penny is an important coin in the modern decimal coinage of the United Kingdom. It was issued by the Royal Mint during the reign of Queen Elizabeth II and was intended for everyday circulation throughout England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. The inscription, Elizabeth II DGREGFD, appears on the obverse and is a shortened Latin phrase meaning, Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. This traditional royal inscription has appeared on British coins for many generations and reflects the constitutional role of the British monarch. The 1994 one penny represents an era when cash transactions were still central to everyday life, making it one of the most familiar British coins of the 1990s. The obverse of the coin features the 4th portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by the British sculptor Raphael Makhlouf. In this portrait, Queen Elizabeth II faces to the right while wearing the George IV state diadem, one of the most recognizable ceremonial crowns of the British monarchy. Makhlouf's portrait was introduced in 1985 and remained in use until 1997. Many collectors admire this portrait because of its elegant and formal appearance, capturing the Queen during the middle years of her historic reign. Around the portrait is the inscription, Elizabeth II DGREGFD, while the date 1994 identifies the year the coin was struck. The reverse of the 1994 one penny displays the famous crowned portcullis with chains, designed by Christopher Ironside, who created the original reverse designs for Britain's decimal coinage introduced in 1971. The portcullis is a historic symbol associated with the Palace of Westminster and the British Parliament, representing strength, stability, and the nation's democratic traditions. Above the design appears the denomination 1 penny, while the date 1994 is positioned below. This classic reverse remained unchanged for many years and became one of the most recognizable designs in British numismatics. Unlike earlier bronze pennies, the 1994 one penny was struck in copper-plated steel. The Royal Mint changed the composition from bronze to copper-plated steel in 1992 because rising copper prices made bronze coins more expensive to produce. Although the appearance remained almost identical, the new composition significantly reduced manufacturing costs. The coin weighs approximately 3.56 grams, has a diameter of 20.32 millimeters, a thickness of about 1.65 millimeters, and features a plain, smooth edge. Because it contains a steel core, the 1994 penny is magnetic, unlike the earlier bronze issues. Millions of 1994 one penny coins were produced for circulation, making the issue extremely common today. These coins were used every day in shops, supermarkets, public transport, vending machines, and many other cash transactions throughout the United Kingdom. Because of their high mintage, circulated examples remain easy to find in collections, dealer inventories, and old coin jars. For most collectors, the coin is valued more for completing date sets than for rarity. The market value of the 1994 one penny depends mainly on its condition. A well-circulated coin generally has a collector value between 1 pence and 30 pence. Coins in very fine or extremely fine condition may command modest premiums, while brilliant uncirculated examples with full mint luster are often worth £1 to £5 or more. Official Royal Mint, brilliant uncirculated and proof versions included in annual collector sets can be considerably more valuable, especially when preserved in their original packaging. Collectors also examine the 1994 one penny for genuine minting errors. Although the standard circulation coin is common, unusual striking errors are scarce and may be worth substantially more. Examples include off-center strikes, double strikes, clip planchets, die cracks, die clashes, broad strikes, rotated dies, and other production anomalies. Coins authenticated as genuine mint errors are often highly sought after because of their rarity. Grading is one of the most important factors influencing the value of a 1994 one penny. Coins graded poor or fair show heavy wear and damage, while fine and very fine examples retain much of the original design detail. Extremely fine coins exhibit only slight wear on the highest points, and uncirculated coins show no evidence of circulation while retaining their original mint finish. Professionally graded examples, certified by recognized grading companies, are often preferred by serious collectors. The historical importance of the 1994 one penny extends beyond its monetary value. It represents the continued evolution of British decimal coinage and reflects the Royal Mint's decision to adopt copper-plated steel as a more economical material for low-denomination coins. The coin also belongs to the long reign of Queen Elizabeth II, whose image appeared on British coinage longer than that of any previous British monarch. For many people, the 1994 penny is a nostalgic reminder of everyday life in Britain during the mid-1990s. Today, the Elizabeth II DG FD 1 penny 1994 remains a popular collectible among beginners and experienced numismatists alike. Although it is not considered rare in circulated condition, it is appreciated for its historical significance, attractive design, and connection to Queen Elizabeth II's remarkable reign. High-grade uncirculated coins, official Royal Mint collector editions, and genuine mintarer examples continue to attract interest from collectors around the world. As part of a complete British decimal collection, the 1994 one penny stands as an enduring symbol of modern British coinage, the craftsmanship of the Royal Mint, and the lasting legacy of Queen Elizabeth II.